Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video. This is Brandon from Tando Crypto. I haven't made a video in a while because I've been very busy, but I promise you I'm back and I'll be posting a video weekly, so make sure to subscribe. I post technical analysis, any crypto news, and anything else pertaining to the market. Okay, so without further ado, I don't want to waste your time. Let's get right into it. So Bitcoin has been in a downtrend ever since November of 2021, and it's been following this trend line right here. So we haven't tapped it yet, but what I wanted to go over that no other YouTuber or influencer is really going over is that price is also following the relative strength index. So the RSI, you can just go to indicators, type in RSI, click relative strength index, and then you can have it on your chart. Set it to 14. Now, if we look on the daily time frame, we can also chart the momentum of the RSI down here with another line. So as you can see, right here at this first touch, look what happened to the price on the second touch. It also fell down. Now, the price didn't get up to this trend line, so a lot of people were waiting for that. But if you were just following the trend line on the RSI, you would have caught this little dump right here from 25K all the way down to 19.9K. So the reason why I like charting things with the RSI is because it can show us a divergence. And a divergence is when an oscillator like the RSI shows something different than the price action. So as you could see here, everybody was extremely bullish over here. Everyone was calling for 100K Bitcoin, 200K Bitcoin, and people were extremely euphoric. I think the fear and greed index was over 70 at this point. But if you would have just turned on the RSI, you would have seen that the strength of these price movements were actually weakening, as we can track right here with this trend line. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it just has to be pretty close. Another interesting thing about this is that what actually marked the start of the next leg up was the break of this trend line. Now you're kind of getting an understanding about how price alone is not enough to predict what could possibly happen or to make an educated guess. It's also important to add in indicators such as the RSI. Look what happened when we broke out of this trend line right here. We got the next leg up. And now that we're starting this downtrend, we can see that the RSI is also following a trend. So if you want to make an educated guess and possibly make a good trade, you could wait until the RSI touches this line right here and possibly even touch this trend line right here, which is going to offer a lot of resistance if we continue following this trend, and then you can open a short. So in that case, I would suggest pick the most pumped altcoin, which doesn't have any news, and then short it. So that's just one little tip I could give you. Now, moving on from Bitcoin, I'm going to show you a strategy that I've been using to catch huge gains on altcoins. So let's go pick a few altcoins and get into the analysis. But before we do that, please give this video a thumbs up to help with the YouTube algorithm, and check the links in the description to join my private crypto groups where we discuss crypto strategies and make money. Alright, so I chose Gala as the first example of a coin that you do not want to get into, and here I'll show you why. So you can see that the price has been bouncing around in some sort of definable range, so we'll just mark that by pressing Alt-H. We can see that price came out on pretty low volume with a very low RSI reading. So this is your typical fake out, or when we're trading ranges, we call them deviations. So here we're bouncing around, reject at resistance, bounce off support in this definable range. But now we came out, we quickly went right back in, and we lost the support that was made right here. This is an example of a very weak coin that I wouldn't suggest getting into. Now, what we're looking for in a coin that's going to perform well is we're looking for a clean break here with increasing volume. And then when it comes back down, we don't want it to pass right back into the range. So this would signify that there's a lot of demand for the coin, and you don't even have to do any research on fundamentals. You don't have to go through Twitter, and you don't have to risk your money. Just follow this strategy. So here, now I'm going to scan the market and give you a few examples of coins that are doing that so that you too can profit and learn from the strategy. Okay, so I'm finished scanning the market. It took no longer than 20 seconds to find another coin. So what we're going to do here, this is Quant. Ticker is QNT. So what we're going to do here is we're going to find the previous support. So I see a sideways trend here, and we're going to mark that again with Alt-H right here for the support, and then roughly right here for the resistance. Let me just remove that off the screen so we can get a clear image. Okay, so as I was saying, bounce off support up to the resistance, reject, bounce, and reject. Even in this range right here, you could have traded and made roughly 20, 30% on each run, just knowing how to trade this range. But that's beside the point. We have a clean break here with increasing volume, as we could see here. Came back and tested as support perfectly, bounced right off of it, which is exactly what we're looking for. Made a new high, and this is where Bitcoin crashed, so it kind of brought down all the altcoins with it. So now we're coming down on pretty low volume, which is also a good thing. The main thing here is that we're holding this support level of 80. So this is an example of a coin that I think, and this strategy that I've been using for so long, has proven to show that this is an altcoin that will boom if the market comes back. So let's get into another altcoin as an example. Okay, and it took me no longer than 5 seconds this time. I got a little bit lucky to find another altcoin that was showing some signs of bullishness. So right away, we're going to identify the range, Alt H. As we can see here, we have resistance, bounce off support, and then we have the resistance again. Same thing as usual when trading ranges. But now if we zoom in a little bit here and we see that we broke the resistance, came down and tested as support perfectly, did not fall in. And we also had a lot of increasing volume, which is another check that we're doing. We can see that the price continued to go up just a little bit before Bitcoin crashed and took the market down with it. And now as the market is down, Matic is still holding this key level of support, which means that there's still demand for Matic at the 74-cent region. So again, the strategy that I'm giving you is find the previous range that the coin was in. So this strategy that I'm giving you is define the previous range, see if there's a breakout with increasing volume to confirm, make sure that it holds support and doesn't go back into the range. And despite the market being down, it's still holding this support. And this strategy, I promise you, because I've been using it for years, this strategy is proven to show which coins are going to perform the best when the market comes back. So I thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment down below which coins you're looking at and which coins you want me to look at in a video, and I'll see you in the next one.